I'm Tammy Elliott, and I'm a very proud member of Volunteer MBC. We are the Volunteer Center for all of Peel, and it is our pleasure to be fostering volunteerism in Mississauga, Brampton, and Caledon. Today, I have the pleasure of teaching the 5 key elements of a thriving volunteer team. And to give you a bit of background on me, I also lead a large initiative in Caledon that takes a team of volunteers. So I know it does take a unique leadership style to lead a volunteer team. So let's dive into the 5 elements of a thriving volunteer team. The first element is teams that are strong have vulnerability-based trust down pat. And what I mean by that is the team members are able to have open and honest conversations with each other. They're very comfortable admitting mistakes so they can learn from them. And there's a culture where talking about your strengths and weaknesses is comfortable. A strength is basically an activity that strengthens you, and a weakness is an activity that weakens you. And you as the leader of your volunteer team, it's very important that you set that type of culture for your team. The second quality of a strong, thriving volunteer team is that they're able to engage in productive conflict. And what I mean by that is that they are able to have passionate debate. If you're on a team that all agrees, they're all doing this can be called the bobblehead team. And that means everybody's agreeing, nobody's disagreeing, there's no passionate debate. I can promise you that effective decision making is being compromised on this team, and they haven't got vulnerability-based trust down pat. So you as the leader have to make sure with your volunteer team that you encourage diverse opinions, even if that means that your team is going to disagree. So that's the second one. The third element of a thriving volunteer team is that everybody's committed to the cause. And the reason why everyone's committed to the cause is because they've been able to have passionate debate and disagree with each other. When everybody has a chance to weigh in, that's when you get collective buy-in. And this is important because you want your volunteer team members to feel like their voice matters. If they feel like their voice doesn't matter, it's a matter of time before they leave your team. So it's very important that they are all committed to the cause. Okay, the fourth element of a thriving volunteer team is that they're able to hold each other accountable. Something quite magical happens on a team when they've got vulnerability-based trust, they're able to engage in productive conflict, they're all committed to the cause. What can happen now is that you will see your team members actually holding each other accountable, gently calling each out on behaviors that are actually getting in the way of the team's success. It doesn't have to fall on you as the leader to be holding people accountable. So that's the fourth one, where teams actually start really appreciating accountability. And the fifth and final element of a thriving volunteer team is that they are laser focused on results. Listen, people who have volunteered to be on a team, they want to have an impact. They want to make a difference, and they want to see the fruits of their labor. So you as the leader of this volunteer team, make sure that you get the entire team to rally around a goal or objective so that they can rally around this and see that they're actually accomplishing something, and most importantly, that they know why this goal and objective is important. So there you have it. Those are the 5 key elements of thriving volunteer teams. They have vulnerability-based trust down pat. They're able to engage in productive conflict. They are truly committed to the cause. And because of that, they hold each other accountable. And now, finally, they are laser focused on results. That is the summary of the 5 elements of a thriving team. I actually got this model from a book that I read quite some time ago called 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. I loved it so much. It's actually going to be our first book for the Reading Cafe, Volunteer MBC's Reading Cafe. And the reason why I love it is a couple reasons. First of all, I love the Magna version because if you look, it's a completely illustrated version. So it's a quick, fast read. The second reason why I love it is because the model is taught in the form of a story. So the story goes about a CEO that goes into an organization to fix a dysfunctional team. And even though it's taught in an organization, I can promise you it works in the volunteer world as well because I use this with my own volunteer team. If you decide you want to read the book or join our Reading Cafe, please don't hesitate to reach out and call me through Volunteer MBC. I would absolutely love to hear from you and talk about how this model can work on both our volunteer teams. In the meantime, I wish you much success leading your team of volunteers.